entrance exams slightly lower this year. Hundreds of millions of dollars spent annually to treat non-communicable diseases. Health and wellness practitioners awarded for their contributions. And in sports, West Terrace is the only team standing between Shirley Chisholm and a five-peat of primary netball titles.
Broadcasting from our studios in the Pine St. Michael, this is CBC NewsNight, starting now.
Good evening, I'm Aisha Nichols. In our top story at 7, 97.3% of the students who undertook this year's Barbados Secondary School's entrance exam have been allocated to a public secondary school by the Caribbean Examinations Council. This is an increase over last year's complement of 95.1%. The remaining 2.7% of the candidates were allocated to a secondary school by the Ministry of Education Transformation. According to the overall analysis of the May 5th exam, there is no significant difference in this year's performance compared to previous years. This was disclosed during a press conference to announce the common entrance results this morning at the Ministry's Constitution Road offices. Rachel Agard attended and filed this report.
Female students continue to excel above boys in the Barbados Secondary School's entrance examination. This was reiterated this year by Acting Chief Education Officer Julia Beckles. This year, a total of 2,764 students sat the exam, down from 2,827 in 2025.
Females continue to perform above the national mean on each section of the paper and exhibit a higher level of understanding of mathematical concepts than their male counterparts. Males continue to perform below the national mean in every section of the paper.
Ms. Beckles adds that scores in mathematics range from 0 to 100, with 23 students, 13 boys and 10 girls, achieving full marks, while 6 students, 4 boys and 2 girls scored 0. In English, no student scored 100. This year's overall national mean in English was 62.1% compared to 68.6 last year, while the overall national mean in mathematics recorded for this year is 57.52, down from 57.7 in 2025.
And the analysis reveals that overall student competency in grammar, vocabulary, and comprehension is rated as average. Female students achieved higher scores than male students in all sections of the paper. Significant deficits persist in English language usage and expository text comprehension among the student population. Male performance consistently fell below the national mean across all exam sections.
And Minister of Education Transformation Chad Blackman announced that this year's top students hailed from St. Gabriel's Primary School, and he congratulated all students who sat this year's exam.
Our top male in this year's examination comes from the St. Gabriel's School, Benjamin Lucien, and our top female in the examination also comes from St. Gabriel's, Xiomara Lascaris, both of whom will be attending Harrison College come September. Congratulations to them on their exceptional performance, and as I said, congratulations to all of our students who took the examination.
Education officials have pledged to continue to provide the resources to strengthen foundational areas in keeping with their vision to build a firm education system. Rachel Agard, CBC News.
And the celebration was in full swing at St. Gabriel's Primary School as the students all celebrated the results. The school copped the lion's share of top performers, with 4 of this year's top students hailing from the St. Michael Learning Institution. They are Shamara Lascaris, Benjamin Lucien, Adelaide Sickens, and Shiloh Brewster. Top girl Shamara Lascaris scored a total of 244.6 and a B in composition. She says she feels accomplished, having worked hard to earn her results, and expressed gratitude to all who helped her reach her goal.
There was a lot of revision. There was a lot of homework too, a lot of work, and we also learned some other things, but it was mostly mock tests and revision. My first choice was Harrison's College. It is a wonderful school. I am looking forward to going there and to see my friends who also go there. And it's a good school overall, and I can't wait to go there.
Her mother, Whitney Lascaris, is very proud of her performance.
To hear Shamara's name was so surreal. I am extremely proud of her. We are all very proud of her. We know the work that she put in, and we're just happy to see her reaping the rewards now.
Meanwhile, top boy Benjamin Lucien, who scored 245.13 and a B in composition, will be joining his older brother at Harrison College in September.
It was very hard. I felt kind of nervous. And all I wanted to do was just try my best. And I really just wanted the exam just to be over with already.
His father, Maxime Lucien, says he and his wife, Whitney, were confident Benjamin would do well on the exam.
In the journey, he was surrounded by his family, by the school, friends, the church, everyone who contributed to the success. I would like to thank them for that. But for us overall, we are so proud of him because we didn't help him directly, academically speaking. We just tried to create the best environment for him to do his best.
The cost of treating non-communicable diseases now ranges from $325 million up to $825 million yearly, as health officials continue to see rising rates of these ailments across the island. This was revealed today as government advanced its fight against NCDs through talks with the local food industry and other stakeholders to see how they can assist in providing healthier options for Barbadians. Senior Medical Officer of Health with the Ministry of Health and Wellness, Dr. Kimberly Phillips, explained that illnesses such as diabetes and hypertension are affecting the island at rates above the global average. She was speaking during an engagement with the food industry for healthier food environments at the Lloyd Erskine Sandiford Center.
Fame as a nation of centenarians is being marred by labels such as the amputation capital, whether they are fully deserved or not. We battle with rates of chronic diseases above global averages. Diabetes prevalent at 20 to 25% and hypertension at about 40% in adults, both percentages steadily climbing for the past 40 years. High rates of prostate, breast, and colon cancer. Premature mortality, meaning death before the expected lifespan. From these ailments, just shy of about 20%.
Minister of State in the Ministry of Health and Wellness, Davidson Ishmael, said the discussions were aimed at ensuring that products are more nutritious and reducing the use of harmful ingredients in food. He noted that this is crucial to reducing government spend on illness, allowing funds to be allocated elsewhere.
$375 through to $825 million per year out of your taxpayers' dollars, or the money that we generate from you and your activities out of the income tax that each of you pay, all of that money is going towards treating diabetes, hypertension, strokes, heart attacks, etc. If we could take those dollars and instead of treating illness, we can invest them in your businesses and in your industries and give you more market share, help you to export your products. Your business does better, the country does better, we're all doing better, and I think that that is what we all want.
The health and wellness of Barbados remains everyone's business, and individuals and businesses who advocate for health and wellness have been awarded for their efforts at this year's Health and Wellness Conference and Open Day 2026 Dinner and Awards. This comes as Barbados continues to position itself as a country that is not only keeping pace with global standards, but actively shaping them. Rachel Agard has that story.
Excellence must be supported by structure, underpinned by strong systems, clear standards, and meaningful validation. This observation from Minister of Technological and Vocational Training, Sandra Husbands, who says that is why, although micro-credentials are being added to the national training strategy, certification remains an essential part of the process.
Now, while both certification and micro-credentials serve as verifiable proof of an achievement, certification represents formal completion of a comprehensive program or rigorous exam. On the other hand, micro-credentials, such as digital badges, are typically bite-sized, visual evidence that verify a specific skill or a smaller milestone along a learning path.
She adds that in the health and wellness sector, competence is not optional, it is essential.
And when that competence is formally certified, it strengthens not just individual careers, but the integrity of the entire system. When competence is achieved, excellence is the next logical step.
And the chairman of the Technical and Vocational Education and Training Council, Dr. Albert Best, says while conferences are built on ideas, discussions, and learning, progress is ultimately driven by people. He stresses that excellence in health and wellness is not confined to one role, discipline, or level.
Over the past few days, we have explored new approaches, shared experiences, and challenged ourselves to think differently about how we deliver and support health and wellness. But behind every strategy discussed and every concept explored are individuals who show up every day and do the work with commitment, professionalism, and care.
From the moment that I wake up.
This year, the Wellness Advocacy Award was presented to Celia Collymore of Bajan Fusions, while the Holistic Health Innovations Award was presented to Carol Smith of Three Heads Healing and Nutrition Center. The Unsung Hero in Caregiving Award was copped by Patricia Allen, with Urgent Care Barbados winning the Healthcare Visionary Award. And the most honorable Carrie Ann Eiffel was awarded the Interdisciplinary Integrator Award. Rachel Agard, CBC News.
Coming up, an innovative training program established. Stay with us. The Barbados Trust Fund Limited recently rolled out one of its most groundbreaking and innovative training programs aimed at fostering the growth and success of local entrepreneurs. It's called the Targeted Opportunity Pipeline, or TOP, Training Initiative. And General Manager Jerry Amos says it is specifically tailored to address unique challenges faced by local entrepreneurs by providing targeted support and resources. He says the initiative includes practical training sessions, mentorship, and access to various tools that aim to build business resilience, foster innovation, and create sustainable growth opportunities.
TOP is a structural program that have different pipelines. So you could actually come into TOP, go through all the necessary things you need to do in TOP, and then you branch off, and then into MyFest, because we're still going to keep MyFest program, State Fest, different areas that you want to specialize in, core packaging, export readiness, IGM 200. This is a preparation program that helps you to move from stage to stage. It's progressive in nature.
Project coordinator of the TOP program, Byron Gibson, says the initiative is designed to equip entrepreneurs with the essential skills and knowledge they need to thrive in both domestic and international markets.
In order for us to output successful enterprises, we have to have enterprises coming into that pipeline. Not every enterprise is going to be successful in that particular venture. We have a way to rescue that enterprise and continue to sometimes bring it back into the pipeline. So we know that we need to be continually fueling and funding and supporting all types of businesses across all sectors in order to get the extracted product of that successful performing enterprise on the other end. In order to manage that pipeline, the BTFL has a fixed number of resources. What the BTFL has done very cleverly over the years and very consistently is to leverage partnerships that allows it to stay within the confines of its operational mandate, but to have reach beyond the restrictions of its budgets or its operation capacity.
Entrepreneurs interested in participating can learn more by registering for one of the 2 upcoming online information sessions scheduled for tomorrow and Thursday, June 25th by emailing top@trustloansbb.com and visiting top.trustloansbb.com/participants. A call for government to consider turning the old Empire Theatre building in the city into a sports bar and restaurant. It comes from former Barbados and international fast bowler Pastor Courtney Selman. He says the building, which has been part of local heritage and the subject of restoration plans for many years, can be effectively utilized as a tourist attraction site in historic Bridgetown. Pastor Selman threw out the suggestion while addressing specially invited guests who attended his 81st birthday celebrations held at Sweet Lime Place, Sweet Bottom, St. George last night.
Have all the replicas of the cricketers, the sports people in that there, in that area, and it would be it would complement a big hotel that is going next door and all the development, that is happening in the Bridgetown area. I believe that this will be a great asset to Barbados, where you can go into this empire and go into the restaurant or the bar or wherever. And see maybe a pair of boots from Gary Sobers, a bat from Gordon Greenwich, things of that nature. And it will be a very good tourist attraction because people will come here and go there just to see there and to eat, and to fraternize and to meet people at that location.
And Pastor Selman shared some of his accomplishments as a cricketer with his guests.
By the way, I started as a batsman, not a fast bowler. I made a couple of centuries. Remember a century at Hadley, against Hadley at Poole. I made a century up here. Some very peculiar cricket fields. As a matter of fact, up here at Sydney, the pitch was like halfway in the hill, a quarter way in the hill. So if you hit a ball, you could hit a 4 up the hill, and the ball roll all the way back down to the wicket.
Sports Night is brought to you by Power Inn. Pause is power. And by Dasani. Live first, Dasani after.
Sports time now, and we say good evening to Mark Seal.
Very good evening. Some big news. 4-time defending champs Shirley Chisholm and West Terrace will meet in the final of the Pedialyte Primary School's netball competition after both schools easily won their semifinals today at the Wildy Gym. CBC's Anmar Goodrich-Boyce reports.
West Terrace in the blue versus Christchurch Girls, the opening semi-final at the Wildy Gym. Here's the goal attack for West Terrace. Nia Williams on target, that's good. In quick succession, West Terrace were controlling the game. Jayla Gittins making this one count. And Gittins scored 7 in the contest from 11 attempts. And again, this was just too easy. Christchurch Girls were finding it hard to cope with West Terrace, who seemed to be getting better and better. Nice movement and passing. Look at Williams, almost flawless. Switch of ends now, but it was more of the same. West Terrace moving forward with purpose. Gittins drops it in. Christchurch Girls had their moments in the match as well, and this was one of the best. Anaya Folks putting them on the board. Haley Bourne-Skeet was also one of the main players for Christchurch Girls, and she did her thing here to reduce the deficit. But West Terrace were just too far ahead, and they went on to claim the victory 12-6, booking their spot in the finals. Semi-final number 2, Shirley Chisholm in the orange, taking on Wilkie Cumberbatch. From the get-go, Shirley Chisholm were on the front foot. Kimara Allen Farrell was not going to miss from close range. But Wilkie Cumberbatch were prepared early on. Zuri Stout on hand. Shirley Chisholm again now making this look super easy. Farrell is fantastic. And this was the story of the remainder of the game. Lashane Pasley getting in on the action. Pure dominance from Shirley Chisholm. who went on to win by a huge margin, 17-5. And Mark Goodrich Boyce, CBC Sports.
St. Mark's are the champions of the National Sports Council's Girls Primary School Futsal Championship. Playing at the Wildy Gym recently, St. Mark's defeated St. Gabriel's 2-0 in the final. CBC's Damien Best reports.
Semi-final time at the Wildy Gym. St. Mark's Primary in blue playing Wills Primary. St. Mark's getting on the score sheet first. Zahelia map, space and time expertly placed. 1-0. Wills had to wait until the second half to draw level as the teams switch ends. Quick passing, and Janaya Bino breaks free. Does enough to get it in. An important strike, 1-1. Only penalties would separate the two. Brilliant stop by the St. Mark's goalkeeper. Could they capitalize with the shoe on the other foot? That is lethal. 1-0 St. Mark's. Aria Pickering to level things, and she does. Crashes into the right corner. What about Pickering's goalkeeping skills? Oh, she can do no wrong. Access denied. Can Wills take advantage? The answer is no. St. Mark's, over to you. Null and void, still 1-1. Well, it went on like this for a while until St. Mark's produced the winner. And they are heavily indebted to Navia McIntosh and Zaria Buchanan. 2-1 win in the penalty shootout then. They are through to the final. Wills will be back in action for the third place playoff against St. Philip Primary. Only one goal, and this was it. Isla Leach, a poacher's strike. 1-0 in the end to Wills. On to the championship match. St. Gabriel's in the white and blue versus St. Mark's. Delivery into the circle, and that's a handball. Penalty coming. And without much fuss, she hits it with confidence and shakes the onion bag. 1-0 St. Mark's. Second half, staying hungry. St. Mark's going the other way, break free. Their two goal scorers, Buchanan and McIntosh. Lethal in the semis and now devastating in the final. St. Mark's take the 2-0 victory over St. Gabriel's to become the primary school futsal champions. Damien Best, CBC Sports.
The proposed deposit insurance legislation, set to be tabled in the Barbados House of Assembly, has been welcomed as a significant advancement for the local credit union industry. President of the Barbados Cooperative Credit Union League Limited, Kimar Cumberbatch, describes the development as good news for the sector. He says the introduction of deposit insurance has been a long-awaited milestone for credit unions in Barbados. Trevor Thorpe reports.
As the House of Assembly prepares to consider the legislation, Mr. Cumberbatch says stakeholders across the credit union landscape are hopeful that it will usher in a new era of stability and growth, benefiting both institutions and their members.
What it allows is for the lifelong savings of our members to be protected in much the same way that the savings in the commercial banks, that is also protected. So it will build member confidence, and of course it will allow those Barbadians who are members of credit unions in the diaspora to be able to send more money back home for the purposes of, building their retirement home or having a nest egg if they plan to come back to Barbados to live. So having that additional layer of security where persons know that their money is safe in the event that there's some kind of a failure or a catastrophic event at a credit union is good news.
He says the move is seen as a crucial step towards enhancing the financial protection of members, as credit unions have been rooting for deposit insurance legislation for about 15 years. According to him, it would promote the growth of the credit union movement, while at the same time improving the overall resilience of the sector in Barbados.
In the past, we were not given access to deposit insurance legislation, so we've just been lobbying to be able to get access to it. Thankfully, we've not had any systemic failures that would have called for any urgent action on behalf of the sector by Central Bank or the DIC or the government. So thankfully, we've been blessed in that regard where no issues have occurred on that scale.
The credit union official describes the mood among members as ecstatic.
It has been a long time in coming, and unfortunately, some of our stalwarts who would have been fighting this battle from inception, they're no longer with us. But, I'm thankful that there's some stalwarts who are still here and they can see that their efforts have borne fruit. So, across the sector, there is much cause for congratulations and celebrations because it has been definitely a long time coming.
He says the vibrant atmosphere reflects the strong trust and confidence members have in their financial institution, creating a community spirit filled with optimism and enthusiasm. Trevor Thorpe for the Business Report.
Entrepreneurship is not easy. This important truth was emphasized by the head of country at CIBC Caribbean Bank, Victor Boyce, during his remarks at the opening of the Teen CEO Summer Camp held at Sky Mall. The top bank official says the challenges and demands faced by entrepreneurs indicate that success in business requires dedication, resilience, and a strong work ethic. He encouraged the young participants of the camp to embrace these realities while pursuing their entrepreneurial dreams, reminding them that perseverance and learning from failures are key components on the path to achieving their goals.
Entrepreneurship is also a journey, and it can be a long one. I hope that you stress to them that they should like and enjoy what they do, because when the challenges come, and they will, they need to have that staying power to withstand those challenges, to overcome them, and to keep on going. They must be in it for the long haul and not expect to get rich quick or to get immediate returns. Those may not last. Don't mind the CEOs and entrepreneurs that you see on YouTube.
Sports Night is brought to you by Power In, Pause is Power, and by Dasani. Live first, Dasani after.
Welcome back. Marcus here with the second half of sports.
Yes, indeed. We're going to start with the National Senior Games. They have been launched for 2026, and this year's motto is Stronger, Healthier, Active Minds and Bodies. Speaking at the Mezzanine Amphitheater at the Warren's Office Complex this morning, Minister of People Empowerment and Elder Affairs, Adrian Ford, said the Games are intended to help seniors live the Bajan dream.
The psychosocial atmosphere created must be one that allows persons who are living in their toilet years to live, feel, and enjoy the Bajan dream. They must be able to be involved in activities, not only for the rewards for Kathy and my good friend Victor will tell you about all the good rewards in terms of representing Barbados at the youth toy games and what's not. But it's also for persons who just want to come out and enjoy themselves, to be part of the holistic atmosphere and building themselves, providing an ecosystem where their families can come, enjoy what they are doing, and be part of living those years with your granny, your auntie, your uncle, be part of a family day of activities. It is what we call living the Barbadian dream.
Marketing coordinator of the Senior Games, Kamal Clark, says launching the event during the Cropover Festival is strategic, seeing the marquee athletics meet isn't until August 29th. He says there'll be many other activities besides the various sporting events that the seniors are being encouraged to take part in. Events associated with stakeholders, including the Caribbean Broadcasting Corporation and the National Cultural Foundation.
We will work with both the NCF and Q in the Community as our partners again this year, as we roll out a robust marketing drive of inclusion. July 2nd, join us at Q in the Community at the Sir Garfield Sobers Gymnasium. Then, our Fun Walk motorcade, which will involve our corporate partners. Look out for sampling and giveaways and entertainment. There's still more to come, as we will bring activities to your communities.
Organizers say the full list of events will be shared with the public in the coming weeks. Charles F. Broom has successfully defended its title at the 2026 Barbados Inter-Primary School Chess Championship, extending its remarkable reign at the top. After 2 days of intense competition at the Wildy Gymnasium, featuring a record number of schools and players from across the island, the defending champions once again emerged unbeaten, securing 5 wins from 5 matches to retain the crown that they have held since 2019. The decisive final round saw Charles F. Broom's A team deliver a commanding 4-1 victory over Providence A team, effectively closing up the championship race. FIDE-rated player Nathan Culpepper led from the front. Now, throughout the tournament, several other schools mounted strong challenges, including Providence, St. Jude's, St. Gabriel's, and St. Cyprian's, all of whom finished with 4 wins.
And that's news. Remember, you can also follow CBC on our WhatsApp channels or visit our website at www.cbc.bb to watch TV8 live. I'm Aisha Nichols. Thanks for joining us. Enjoy the rest of your night.